welcome to Mike's The Future Is Now channel. I'm Kevin O'Keefe, senior arts writer here at Mike, and I am here as 7-year-old me was very excited about. I am here with the Power Rangers. I am here with the yellow, red, and blue Rangers.
That's right.
We have Becky G.
Hey.
Welcome. We have Dacre Montgomery.
Yeah,
Yes,
great.
nailed it. And
Thanks,
RJ Cyler, our birthday boy of the day.
Hey.
Kyler, but yeah.
Oh, Kyler, I'm so sorry. I had no idea
No,
that
it's
would
all
be where
good.
I screwed up.
No, Dacre said it way worse.
What did you say?
It was like, Cyler. That's
Oh.
it's my
Australian
Dacre rendition.
It's an Australian
Like
accent.
Soylent. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes, RJ Silent. Something we can't imagine.
Yeah.
That's good. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you
you.
for having us.
I just want to start off with a question I'm sure you've had 8 zillion times on this press tour, because to just start off
That's
on the
all
most
right.
exciting
Yeah,
possible note. Just how familiar were you with the original Power Rangers series before you guys signed on?
Well, me and Becky were familiar with it. We
Yeah.
used to watch it.
Here he goes again. More insults.
It's not that it's an insult.
He's
It's
true.
because he
He's
grew
right.
up in the desert with all the kangaroos, you know?
Yeah.
They didn't have
No
TV,
Power
so...
Rangers.
I don't know.
Yeah. So what was it like to step into roles that you watched, like for you, Becky, with Trini?
It was really exciting. The way I got introduced to the show, well, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers actually came out in '93, and I wasn't born yet. So I got introduced a little bit later. And also, I have this vivid memory of waking up in the morning and watching the original Japanese version of Power Rangers, actually when the Yellow
Oh,
Ranger
the
was a
Sentai?
guy.
Yeah.
And the reason of that was because my whole TV situation was not the coolest. And we had the little bunny ears, antennas.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how those things are. You don't want to move them once you get something, you know? And we'd get this random Japanese channel, and I couldn't understand anything. But it was colorful superheroes and flips and ba-bang and fireworks. Pew! And I was like, this is so cool.
Pew.
I was
Yeah.
like 5. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And Dacre, as somebody who was not familiar with it, what did you do to sort of like familiarize yourself with the material?
I don't know. For
when
me,
you
I
came
think
on?
there was a big incentive for the creatives not to familiarize ourselves with Power Rangers
Okay.
any more than we had been previously, like these guys and Ludi had been as well. So for me, it was just more like, what do superheroes mean to people, both in and out of costume, and
Yeah.
latching onto that kind of concept and mentality was what I tried to do in my little part.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Little
Well,
part.
and y'all are such a special thing because sort of like Fantastic Four or Avengers in some way, although they have their own solo movies, this is a ensemble film.
Yeah.
These are 5 teenagers who each have their own part in this narrative. RJ, for you, like, how did you make your mark within like this greater group of
Yeah.
people?
You mean like as Billy?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Billy brings, the wholeheartedness and just always trying to be the positive piece, to the group, really, because he doesn't really know how to deal with sorrow and situations like that too well, right? Because he's on the spectrum, and so
Right.
it's like us as human beings, we all know, that we handle different situations different ways, and Billy is the same way. He just likes to handle it through happiness or try to, take the attention away from the problem or whatever.
He's the
it is,
glass
you
half
know.
full, not half empty type of person.
Yeah,
I like that.
like
Yeah.
moi.
Yeah. Well, and you had a great piece with Screen Rant come out yesterday where you talked about the fact that Billy's on the spectrum. I'm interested, what was your first, like when you signed on to the role, did you know that that autism would be part of Billy's character?
Oh, yeah.
And so what did you think upon learning that?
I got excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's like something that I've never had to, learn it and sit down and actually pay attention to, right? And so it was like learning another language, learning about somebody else's, I struggled in what they might see it in their eyes or a different situation. It was good to be able to see life through a different, viewpoint, because we see life through our eyes, and so we feel like we have everything understood, but that's just through our imagination,
True.
And so being able to just bring that type of aspect to Billy, man, it was just exciting, and it was such an honor to be able to represent such an amazing group of people,
Absolutely. If you're just joining us right now, we are here with the Power Rangers, RJ Cyler.
Yeah!
Dacre Montgomery, and Becky G.
That's
Now,
right.
Becky, your character made a lot of news yesterday because it came out, so to speak, that your character is queer in this version.
Yeah, well, the thing is you'll have to watch the movie to really fully understand the whole thing, and it's actually something that I'm really proud of. Something that when I learned a lot about Trini and I read this amazing story, made me feel really proud to be playing such a strong character. As an actress, there's nothing that I want more than to play someone that will inspire people and be a reflection of someone else in some kind of way so they can connect. And I feel like that's something that has real substance. All these characters have a lot lot of substance. And especially for Trini, as far as like figuring out who she is, I think it's done in such a classy and genuine, honest way. Because especially with something so precious to someone, I don't think you just wake up and know. I think it's a process for some people, and I think for Trini, you'll just have to wait and see because she doesn't know herself, and I feel like that gives you that human aspect to her, that she's just a person and she's lost. And so I feel like to give other people perspective that may not be cool with stuff like that, or may think those kinds of things are weird, or just maybe not be familiar with what it is to be someone going through that, I feel like it makes it feel very honest, you know what I mean? And I think in that moment, especially with the characters, like it's a scary moment because she's saying these things out loud for the very first time. And I think it's beautiful that Zordon says something like, you must shed your mask to wear this armor. And to me, in real life, that means you have to be who you are and accept yourself for who you are to be the best version of yourself. And until you do that, you can't be greater, you can't be better. And so own who you are, be who you are, and be okay with that. And then everything else kind of just finds its way. And like I feel like life gets brighter, and it does for Trini, you know, because she finds these 4 amazing friends, and they accept her for who she is, or at least figuring out who she is. And I think it's really awesome.
Right, I love that. And that's something that I find really interesting is, you know, there's this sort of like Breakfast Club element to the Power Rangers this time around, and everybody has their own individual thing. Like I know Dacre, for example, Jason is sort of a good boy football player, you know, or American football player, and he's somebody who winds up in detention under different circumstances than the rest of his characters.
Well, I think that's what just on the back of what Becky's saying, and in relation to what you're saying, is that you meet 5 people and you sort of have this assumption like, you know, he's the lost kid, he's the popular kid, he's the autistic kid, she is struggling with a lot of things, you know, and that's what I love, because it breaks those boundaries down, and it really challenges people to go, look, I'm not going to judge this book by its cover, and also the film gives enough time for character development to have a place where we actually do get to go in depth and meet these characters and meet them on the level of they're not understanding about themselves, because they don't necessarily understand where they are. And that reflects where I was in high school, and, you know, largely through university and stuff like that. And I think that's what's so beautiful about this film, and I think that's why people like The Breakfast Club so much, and because it's a universally relatable subject, the coming of age stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. Even if you don't fit in one of the particular stereotypes, you see shades of yourself.
Of course.
In
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Now, if I could jump off of Power Rangers for a second, Dacre, I know you're in Stranger Things season 2, which I'm sure you're under the greatest lock and key not to talk too much about.
Well, yeah, I mean,
He's like,
what
yep. Can't say anything.
pretty much,
exactly.
but I think, all I can say is that I'm very, very happy without taking up the time, you know,
No,
about promoting our
please,
film.
we're proud of
It's,
you.
Thanks, guys.
Just don't mess it up.
Yeah,
This is
sorry.
part of the
It's
film.
a big deal,
don't ruin
man.
Stranger Things for everyone. No, I think I'm very, very fortunate to have gone from playing a protagonist in this world to playing an antagonist in this in Stranger Things in the second season, which has been really lovely. Working in that time period has been really lovely, speaking about The Breakfast Club and stuff like that, and playing the bad boy and working with those amazing actors that made the first season one of my favorites has been really, really lovely. And yeah, I don't know, it's been fun. Me and my little sister, played by Sadie Sink, is just, we've had so much fun with the other actors.
That's
and
so cute.
got another month of shooting, and I hope everyone likes
It's
it.
exciting.
Yeah.
I do have to ask, have you gotten your chance to take your obligatory selfie with the Stranger Things kids, as everybody has to these days?
Yeah, I feel so bad about it, because they now, like, it's crazy for them, you know. Their whole world is, you know, in the public eye, I
Yeah.
guess. So for me, the biggest thing I think I can offer them is being the one person in their lives that doesn't
doesn't.
ask for a photo. So I
love
haven't
that.
done that.
A sense of normality.
Yeah, and they're such lovely kids, and they're so grounded and down to earth and unjaded, and that's what's so amazing to me. And it's pretty special.
I
Not
can
gonna lie.
imagine.
Yeah,
I can
it's
imagine.
pretty amazing.
So obviously, in the original Power Rangers series, the big twist that came about halfway through the first season was that there was a 6th Ranger. There was a Green Ranger, and for the time being, it's just the 5 of you guys. But let's dream a sequel up. Let's imagine that maybe that would happen. Who is your dream pick to play the Green Ranger if he were to ever join, or she were to ever join?
Yeah,
the series?
I think it should be a girl.
I love that.
If it was to be,
Rihanna.
I would pick like if it was a girl, it would be either Rihanna or Zendaya, right? But if
Okay.
it was like a dude, I would want Idris Elba.
Oh my God. Okay, so go a little bit older with
Yeah,
it.
Idris Elba would be. He'll be sick, man.
I mean, I just want him in an action. I've been dying for him in James
Yeah,
Bond for forever.
ever since I thought he was gonna really be, heavy in Thor when it came to the
Oh,
action,
yeah.
which is what I was praying for. But they teased us a little bit, just saying, "Hey, Marvel, give Amdai his own movie.
Absolutely.
That'd be cool."
Yeah. What about you, Dacre?
Look, I honestly don't have an answer. I have too many favorite actors, and it would be just, I think whatever is going to be thrown in there is going to create so much drama. The other day I saw something online, and I've spoken about this in another interview, and it was like the Power Rangers coming towards the DC cast.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody was speculating that we verse, I got no problems fighting Gal Gadot, so let's just say that. I'll leave it at that.
I love that. I love the Rihanna suggestion, though. She was just
Yeah.
on Bates Motel for the first time last night.
Was she on Bates Motel?
She-
What?
is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Season 3?
Well, I think we're in season 5 now.
5.
But yeah.
You 2 seasons late. Boy.
Yeah.
A little
no.
You gotta
late.
catch up. But yeah, she
That's
just
so
joined.
cool. Good for her.
She has this sort of like acting renaissance happening
She's-
right now.
she's-
Lady Gaga was
amazing.
in American Horror Story.
yeah, she
yeah,
won.
yeah.
Won a Golden Globe for it.
Yeah.
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 She killed that too.
Absolutely.
I'm all for the musicians going into the acting
I
world.
can
I
imagine that
support
you're-
that
yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, obviously right now you're acting, but do you consider it important to balance both the musician side of yourself and the actress side of yourself?
Yeah, I mean, they're both a part of me. I'm very passionate about entertaining in general, and to me, entertaining is inspiring. And I feel like with music, especially, that was like my outlet. That was like my escape. You know, it was like the one thing that was always there for me besides my family. And acting just kind of came with just the whole idea of being able to take something and build off of that and create this person and step into their shoes and. Obviously, you want to be able to take the shoes off sometimes and, like, just be you. But it was just really fascinating to me. And I never studied for it or trained for it or have as much experience as these guys do. No. But I definitely learned a lot from them. And I feel like as far as keeping the balance, it's super important for me. And I actually, as they know, I was always, like, I was working on my Spanish album at the same time as filming the movie. And so I was always, like, playing them, like, mixes. Like, this is going to be the next single. What do you think? And so it was cool to have, like, both worlds come together in a really, like, natural way.
Well, and speaking of natural, I just have to say, like, you guys seem to have such a great chemistry. I'm wondering, RJ, how quick was that when you arrived on set? Like, did you guys just
It was
mention
like
anything?
instantaneous,
Yeah.
Mostly because like we all Dacre, before we even got to Vancouver, right? He started this WhatsApp group chat, right?
Oh, okay.
Because
so-
we all live in different continents.
Yeah.
Right.
So we started, just texting each other and just getting to know each other, right? And just finding out that all 5 of us are like we're not too big-headed. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We're a bunch of weirdos, really. That's literally it.
That's
You
true.
know, and it was just like they're just like us, So it's like Dacre's just like me. He doesn't look as bad as me, but no, I'm playing.
What are you talking about?
You don't look as beautiful. There's a lot of chocolate up here, y'all. But and then
Yes.
we had like this impromptu table read right at my house, and suggested also by Dacre Montgomery.
He
and
was literally the Red Ranger.
I was going to say,
in
the
real
leader
life.
of the group outside and
I was
inside
just
the movie.
curious.
And just a good
he
way,
just
though.
wanted to see my house, to be honest. He wanted I had a killer pad, which I did.
Mate, you
It
do
was
like
so.
that,
It was really
honestly.
special though, because it wasn't anything serious. It wasn't like, all right, guys, like for business reasons, like let's. It was literally like I think we were all kind of going into this kind of like anxious, a little bit. At least for me, it was my first movie, so I was a little scared. I wanted to be able to like build a like safety zone between just the cast. You know what I mean? So because everything else is like there's so much going on all the time that like if I was nervous about a scene or if I was like scared for something, like I could go to either one of these guys or Ludi or Naomi and be like, guys, I don't know how to deliver this line or whatever. And that was established on the first night that we all hung out at RJ's place and sat around the table. And I mean, we laughed, we cried, we laughed even more. I ate donuts.
Krispy Kremes?
No,
Tim
they weren't
Hortons.
because they were Tim Hortons because of the area we were in.
Okay.
The Krispy Kreme's it was a drive.
I was
But there
just
was
saying,
enough of
'cause
those on
I
set,
was
so
gonna
I ate
say,
those too.
Yeah. All right, so to wrap us up here, I just want to play a quick game of this or that. Very simple.
All
Just
right.
I'm going to name 2 things. We'll go down the line, say which one you prefer.
Okay.
Or whatever interpretation of this or that you want to give. Rita Repulsa or Lord Zed?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Rita.
Dang, you got
Rita?
me. You mean like which one is my favorite? Or?
No, it's just like which one would you prefer generally? Prefer to fight? Prefer to hang out with? Whatever you interpretation of it is.
Rita's
Well, if we're
nice.
talking about like, so Elizabeth Banks made Rita Repulsa really cool, so I would
Uh-huh.
definitely want to hang out with her. But if we were
Yeah.
talking like back in the old days, definitely Laura Zed.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I go Rita.
Rita.
Yep.
All right. Fighting on foot or in the Zords?
on foot.
On foot,
Zords.
of course.
What Zords?
Because you just like five.
Even his voice changed.
Everything is
In the
big. It's like being up
Zords,
in this
yes.
building. We're so high.
That's
It's like
true,
that.
yeah, you're-
Would you
true.
rather be on foot or on 82? Tell me that.
I would generally prefer being on 82.
Yes.
Although you should be here on like a cloudy day. We're literally just sort of like wrapped
In a fog glass.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, it's crazy.
No, it's scary.
Beautiful.
When we're talking about other superheroes, DC or Marvel?
Oh, mate, that's good.
Ah,
DC.
DC. Okay.
Yeah. DC, man.
Yeah,
I would say DC. Yeah.
DC.
Interesting.
DC
Well,
also
well-
because I'm curious to see where all of those characters are going to go in these new,
In the
like,
new-
origin stories.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
feel
true.
like I've seen some
This
of that
Justice
in Marvel.
League movie is about to
Yeah, oh,
smash.
mate, I'm so
Oh my
excited for that.
gosh, I'm dying.
That's. I think we just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
All right. Interesting. Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Netflix. Stay
Okay.
loyal. Stranger Things.
I was gonna say yeah,
Yes.
you better.
Yes.
The War Machine.
The War Machine.
RJ's got a film coming out on Netflix called War Machine with
Oh,
Brad Pitt.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the War Machine
Yeah.
from Marvel or?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. It's just
Netflix
it's,
feature.
Yeah, a Netflix
Okay,
feature.
I was
called
just wondering
War
because I know
Machine.
Marvel does a lot of stuff with Netflix.
Oh yeah,
now,
what they do?
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be surprising. Okay, important question: pie or cake?
Pie. To be honest. Yeah, because pie you can make sweet or savory.
Okay.
Yeah. Chicken pot pie, apple pie, pear pie.
Pie. All right. Three votes for pie.
Pop pie.
Papa, papa.
Running over to HBO: Game of Thrones or Westworld?
Westworld.
Westworld. Okay.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Game of
Okay. Game of
Thrones.
Thrones. All right.
I ain't never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. So it's a
Okay.
default
There you go.
vote. Do you watch both?
I've only caught a little bit of Game of Thrones. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Game of
I
Thrones.
really like The Hobbit though.
For one, I've seen the first season of Westworld and 4 seasons of Game of Thrones.
What did you think of the first season of Westworld?
I'm not getting into that.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
a
right.
much deeper discussion.
Wow.
As is the concept.
Okay.
Yes.
Since we talked about Tim Hortons or Krispy Kreme?
Krispy
Krispy
Kreme.
Kreme.
That was emphatic.
Krispy Kreme.
I was about to say. All
I was
right.
paid to say that. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Was not.
I actually
We were
really
paid in
like
donuts,
Krispy Kreme, though.
actually.
Paid in
Technically.
donuts.
We
Paid
were
off
paid
in
in donuts,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay. Zordon or Alpha 5?
Alpha 5.
I would say Alpha.
Because Zordon's like riding me the whole film. He's like, you gotta be the Red Ranger.
He's like,
you gotta, and
he's
I'm
like
like,
your
no.
dad in the movie.
But then, yeah, I
But
won't give it
Alpha,
away.
Alpha's like, you know, like I always explain it, like,
The
you
fun
know, your
uncle.
parents. No,
fun
like
uncle.
your parents, like your dad can go really hard on you, and the mom comes in, she's like, babe, just take it easy on him. Like he didn't do it on purpose. And then she's like, yeah, but you're still grounded for a week. Like reality of it was like Zordon was always like, the world's gonna end in 2 days. Alpha was like, wait, man, like you guys got 2 days, but the world is gonna end. Like his delivery was
Guys,
always
listen.
softer.
A little bit
It's
more
more
chill.
likable.
World's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. So you'd vote Alpha 5 too?
Yeah.
Alpha.
All right. At the theater, do you prefer eating popcorn or nachos?
Pretzels with
we don't even
cheese.
do nachos
Okay,
in Australia.
I almost made this question popcorn or pretzels, and I thought people
Pretzels.
wouldn't have the pretzels.
Soft pretzels.
Yeah.
I
All
eat a
day.
nice
That is
hot
my
dog.
favorite with nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Or mustard. I just got into mustard because, of course, coming to New York, everyone I said, like, can I get some cheese with the pretzel? They're like, what the hell? What you mean you want? You gotta get some mustard. I was like, okay.
Peanut M&Ms, actually.
Okay.
I don't-
All
yeah.
right.
That wasn't-
Curveball.
I know, but popcorn, there's like no nacho option in Australia, and I'm not really a popcorn
Oh, so
guy.
you're
Like if I
Southern.
go to the cinema, I'll get peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
So
I like that.
it's just, I had to break it.
Peanut M&M's.
And then final one, since we are, since Beauty and the Beast just hit theaters, Beauty and the Beast or another Disney classic, Lion King.
Lion King.
Oh, I just watched both of them. I'm a Disney freak.
Yeah.
Like freak.
I just heard
I
Donald
can't
Glover's
choose.
going to be in
I
Lion
can't
King.
choose, so I would say they're both great for different reasons. Yeah, I
Okay.
love them
Good
both
guy.
for different reasons.
Oh.
Have you seen the new Beauty and the Beast yet?
I have. I loved it. It
Okay.
was so good.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you like the new songs, or were you more sort of?
I thought it was interesting. I think it was nice to have something new in there.
Yeah.
Just because it's like it's the same way we talk about.
No, we actually.
I just turned into such a girl. I I was like, why'd you listen to me when I'm talking? I'm just kidding. No, I like how I feel about Power Rangers. Like, obviously, I feel like you have to keep the true essence of something, but it's nice to see a new take on it.
Yeah.
And I feel like everything should evolve, you know what I mean? And I feel like it was a good evolution of the movie. And we always refer to like Power Rangers as like telling a baby not to grow. Like the baby's gonna grow up and it's gonna do big things. And I think Beauty and the Beast did it in such a beautiful way. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Cool. Well, this has been Mike's Future Is Now page. I want to thank
Thank
you guys,
you.
Becky and
Woo!
Dacre,
Thank
RJ.
you.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much for coming.
you.
Happy birthday, RJ.
Happy
again.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, boo boo.
What number is it for you?
22.
22. Big
Like
year.
the Rams.
Well, I'm Kevin O'Keefe, senior arts writer. Please keep up with
22.
all of our Power Rangers coverage at mike.com/arts. Thank you guys for joining us, and y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later.
This must have been here for millions of years. I mean, look how the rock has grown around it.
I don't like this place.
Hey guys,
Check it out.
holy shh. What? Think there's aliens in here?
Just be quiet, Zach.
It's so cold in here.
Jason, is this real? Like, are we really in a spaceship right now?
I think so. Just breathe, okay?
Okay. We're gonna be famous.
Quiet. There's something here.
Whoa! What was that? Whoa!
What's going on?
Oh my god!
The stairs!
Oh my god! There's no way out! Guys!
Let's go! That way! Let's go! Come on, come on.